This video will cover how to document a wound. We have two different versions of the wound screen. This video will only cover the older version. Within the assessment, locate the Wound Assess screen. When you first select the screen, a list of active wounds will show up. This will show you the last date each wound was assessed. The checkbox here for future wounds will display additional information. It will show you the wounds that are marked as healed, and it will also show you future wounds. The future wounds only works if you are editing an older assessment and you are wanting to see a newer wound that wasn't added until after the assessment you were working on. This is used for special circumstances. To begin, you will either click on the New Wound button or select an existing wound from the list. I'm going to go ahead and click on New Wound. The first thing you should notice is at the very top, it will assign a new 4-digit number to this wound. Each wound location will have its own wound number. Up here at the top, the description field will be blank. You can leave this blank for now. As you start to document the information, it will build up a description for you. First, you'll select the type of wound by clicking on one of the options listed here. If your type is not listed, you could also freehand type in a description in this field right here. But you must specify a wound type. If the type is a pressure wound, you may select the stage of the wound. If you do not remember the stages, you can click on Show Stages to display the stage indicators. You'll click on Hide Stages button to get rid of the stage information. So I'll select a stage. Next, you'll need to specify the location. There are two different ways you can add a location description. You can either type it into the location field or click on the asterisk button to display a body chart. Select either the anterior or posterior button. Then select a location on the body that corresponds to the general location. Next, you can select the drop-down list here and select a more specific location for the wound. Click on OK. You can see the wound location is now filled in. If you have measured the wound, you can fill in that information here. Depending on how your agency is set up, if this is an existing wound, it may copy the previous measurements automatically. You can also click on the Copy Most Recent, which will copy forward the wound measurements from the last assessment. If you fill in the measurements and made a mistake, you can click on the Erase button to remove that data. Next, you have several optional areas you can document on. We have the dressing change tolerance, the inflammation. You can document the temperature and the pain. If you document the pain, then you'll need to select whether it's a face scale or a number scale. Below this, we have additional areas that will expand when you click on the description. You will select the information or freehand type in the text in this box and then click on OK to go back to the main screen. Select the teaching option. This can be useful. Document the subjects taught and then select who was taught. and then the percentage of the teaching that was completed. Click on OK. Click on the status of the wound. In the comments section, you can add additional information, including the wound care instructions that took place. We do have another video with details on how to use the wound care orders in the comment section. You'll notice at the top, the description now has the pieces of the information that you have documented throughout this wound assess. Click on Save before exiting the wound screen. If for some reason you have made a mistake, we do have a button that says click here to erase this wound entry. This will only erase the wound entry for this assessment. So if there are previous wound assessments, those will not be removed. If you need to see the wound history, you can click on Show Wound History. And of course, this one is new, so there's no history.